Hey, it's Gareth and Janet, and she's joining us on our ship tour of the Utopia of the Seas today.
Hello.
So, it's a big ship. There's really no good place to start this, so we're starting it at the schooner bar. But first, we're going to go all the way down to deck 2 to the medical center and then work our way up like always. Stay tuned. We're on deck 2 and this is the medical center. Now, oh, it's open.
Yeah, it says 8 to 11.
And it's 8:30. So we are on the port side. Because forward is that way, aft, the back of the ship is right through here. That says crew only. And I guess this is their M1 or I-95, right? I-95. We're on deck 3 and this is the lower level of the dining room. And the dining rooms all have these grand entrances. I mean, this is a big entrance, right? And if you want to eat, you get in line here. But I don't want to eat. I just want to look. And so this is just called dining room number 3, as you can see. And of course, it's multi-level, as we'll see later when we go up. But there's 4 and 5 up there. On the map, we're here. This is dining room 3. There's just passenger cabins, a conference center, and more elevators forward. So we're there in the bottom of the 3 levels. Let's go up to 4. Elevators. There's the non-smoking casino. Oh, no, that's the smoking casino. We'll go in there in just a minute. So we're right here. But see what I mean about the grand entrances? And this one's even more grand. And they're big. Each floor is big. A lot of seating. One more level on 5, dining room 5. And that's down on 3 where we just were. We're going to walk past the elevators, go in the casino, go through the art gallery, around here. This is the ice skating rink, and a couple of restaurants and the non-smoking casino. Casino Royale. These, of course, are the elevators on each side. Glass elevators. They have a lot of the latest slot machines. They also have coffee and cream. And it's a really big casino. And they're playing music, but it goes off over on that side, over on this side. Got some craps, got some blackjack, and probably some other table games. You know, like Hold'em and such. Got a special room here. Is this a high limit room? Or Baccarat table. So if that's your game, they've got it. More slot machines. We're coming into Nassau, Port of Nassau, Bahamas. And so they're not actually open this early. So, more blackjack tables. And of course a bar. Let's go out of here. They have some machines I have never seen before. So, like, they even have a port monkey slot. Well, port tiger, port monkeys. So, let's get out of here. And this is entering the art gallery, although it's Park West. I mean, all the art galleries are Park West on ships, but I don't know if they name this the Park West Gallery, or is it the Utopia Art Gallery, or is it the Royal Caribbean Art Gallery, or is it the Millennium Falcon? I will say that it's pretty much the same art you see on every ship, on every cruise line, like these 3D pictures. Park West, so, and Casino Royale. So, that's the ice skating rink called Studio B. Let's go in. So there's Ashley and Austin in the corner. Austin needs to go.
Austin, the other way. Turn it.
No,
No, you have to go that way.
And there's Austin. So we're now forward. We were back here in the dining room. We walked through the casino, and we're here. We're going to go into the Royal Theater if we can get in. This is the forward elevators and stairs, though. And they have these manta rays. So they're doing tours here because we're almost in port. Hi.
Good morning, how are you doing?
Fabulous. How about yourself? So we caught a show in here last night, but this is the Royal Theater. And the seats are a little weird, but they all have armrests with cup holders. And every so often there's one of those. And they've put cones up here so that I don't walk up on the stage. But this is the stage. And you can see there's this level, there's that level, and then there's a balcony up there. These people are waiting for tours. So we're in the theater waiting for the show to begin. Of course, we're sitting in the third row. So that's the stage right there. It's about a half hour till showtime, and it's still pretty empty. So you could arrive pretty late, I guess. At least for the 10:30 show.
Everybody say hello, Mark. Hello, thanks for joining us. So usually I won't come out at the beginning of a show because we have such lavish, huge production shows. They start without me coming out, but this is a very special night tonight, everybody. Some of you know about this if you've been following us on social media, but for the month of April and last December, all of the Royal Caribbean ships raise money for the Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Let's go back out. So the Royal Theater is right there, along with Janet. These are the forward elevators. ATM, Starbucks. This is the Royal Promenade. And people have cabins. Those are the windows of their cabins. Effectors Homecoming Parade. So all the shops are closed right now, but there are a lot of them. Sorrento's is where you would get pizza though, but not at 9 o'clock in the morning. So just outside Sorrento's are a couple of the drink machines, but they require that you have a special cup that you paid for. Drink package, in other words. Let's walk down the Sidewalk Cafe. And this is the Promenade. Oh, Cafe Promenade. So it looks like you can get coffee here. This, of course, is a port monkey. Shake hands. Hey, looks like twins. This is guest services. And last night, late at night, there was a line like this. And there is again. Or still. Watches Tropic Like It's Hot. Tropic Like It's Hot. Shopping desk. Help with the internet. There was a big line here last night. Now we're at the aft elevators and stairs again. So front to back, the ship really isn't any bigger than any other ship. It's wide and tall. And this is dining room number 5. And just so you know, this was the breakfast menu in the dining room. Of course, you can go to the buffet or anything else. And it was pretty good. Wasn't great. The bacon is salty. Really salty. And overcooked, Janet says. So, scrambled eggs were a little runny. Like that silverware. But this is dining room 5. And there's 4, which they're not using. There's 3, which they are using. Let's walk back here. Where am I taking you? Where am I taking you? I'm taking you to our dining room table, which is way in the back. Right here, we sit at this table, which is 949 with Lewis and Wren's. Let's go back out. And it's a long journey. I mean, this is a huge dining room in itself, and there's 2 more just like it. They even tip over the salt and pepper? That can't be. There. I feel better. How about you? So that's dining room number 5. We're right here. We're going to go outside and walk all the way around. Coming back here. Of course, we're not going to record it all. I wouldn't make you watch all that. But there's at least 4 places to get out, 2 on each side. And they're automatic doors. And runners keep left and walkers keep right.
One way.
And we have pulled into port. Well, it's a Royal Caribbean ship, Liberty of the Seas. Let's walk. Walkers keep right. Slow cross traffic ahead. But according to the map, we can go all the way around the ship on this. So this is a good long track. I'm going to guess inside there's the Royal Promenade where we just walked down. Of course, these are the lifeboats. None of the ports we're in on this cruise are tinder ports. To stop right now would be a waste. So journey on, just get your pace. Oh, set your pace. Here we go. I think this might be what I was looking for. One lap. So a mile is 2.5 laps. Or a kilometer is 1.5 laps. Entrance to forward lobby. I'm going to go around to the back, but that's the theater right in there where we just were. They have this little area, shuffleboard, some seating, tables, Liberty of the Seas, ping pong. And we're around to the front of the ship here. Notice reduced speed when entering tunnel. I guess this is the tunnel. And this is basically the front of the ship. So you can't look out the front, at least not down here. You can up on deck 15, there's a restaurant. But that brings us to this place, which is largely unmarked. But if you go up these steps, you will be in the fitness center. Now you can also enter on deck 6. And they have weight machines, that's mirrors. Treadmills, free weights, towels. And that's pretty much it. So there is this little room where they have mats and more weights and kettlebells and whatnot. Let's go back down and finish our outdoor walk along the promenade. So here's Vitality at Sea, the spa and the fitness center. Of course, we already went in the fitness center. So let's see if we can go in the spa. This is pretty fancy looking. Need your nails done? Anyway, or your hair cut? Is this Grown Alchemist? Need a fix?
There you go. We're close. How come your sign says 10? How come the sign says 10 o'clock?
Janet wants to know. Anyway, so there's treatment rooms. That's the Vitality at Sea Spa. Starting line. Ah, in case you want to race. Do you want to race? Drinking fountain. Stretch. 4 kilometers. 2 kilometers. I don't know why that's there. But here's another seating area. Of course, we're in Nassau now. There's Atlantis. Oh, think we're still going laterally, pulling into the dock, or tying up, because we're probably against the dock already. You can go all the way around to the back, but this says we only have one lap to go, so I don't know why. Of course, this is back inside the Royal Promenade, or maybe 3. Tonight's dessert can be guilt-free. Ah. So here's an area where you could just go outside and there's no windows or anything. Of course, there's cabins there. That's deck 6. Lifeboats. Stretch. Aft port lobby, Royal Promenade in there again. Here we go, back round again. There's a slight uphill here as we approach the back of the ship. The aft end, as they say. This is the deck 5 dining room. Remember, we walked back to that corner right there because that's where our table for dinner is. Then you come to a Janet and a set of stairs. Of course, this is the back of the ship here. I just want to go up here and see what there is to see. And I'm thinking this is the Aqua Theater. And the rock climbing walls, one on each side. See that? And the slides, those are dry slides, not water slides. And there's the theater. So we're up on deck 6. Decided to take the stairs up to the rock climbing wall because there's no gates or anything closed. And there it is. I got a bell there and a bell up there. These are big rock climbing walls. And this is called the Boardwalk here, I believe. And there's a better look at the Aqua Theater. Notice it's benches. Of course, if you have one of these cabins, which I'm guessing are suites, on either side, you have a maybe not front row seat to the Aqua Theater, but a seat. Those are the stairs up to the Aqua Theater where we just were. Now we are in the back of the ship. So I don't know if you want to be the king of the world back here. Probably not. But it might be your only opportunity on this ship. There's Junkanoo Beach. Watch for our video on walking to Junkanoo Beach, which would make that the Margaritaville Resort. Doesn't look very far, does it? Liberty Carnival Celebration. Well, that's one of the new big carnival ships. Although I hear they're building ones of this size that we're on. Ace class. And now we are walking back forward again. So we're going to walk down to where we were, where we came out, and go back in. Oh, pet relief area and a drinking fountain. Go man go, not too fast. I can't read that sign. Spend it now, you may not last. Well, that's uplifting. We're gonna go back inside. I didn't have to touch that one. You can see people going on the outside around there. And we're going to go up to deck 6. This is Utopia Station, and it's the home of the Royal Railway to all trains. And I can't show you behind that door, but it's a specialty restaurant with a theme. 6 p.m. is the next train. Utopia Station.
Guest participation is not required. Call ports and the emergency signal will be sounded.
So that's the captain announcing that they're doing a safety drill. But so we're on deck 6, near the back of the ship. Here's a short excursion desk,
all our guests
photo gallery.
Remain clear of the deck 5 jogging track. Thank you very much for your attention.
And they don't want us on the jogging track, so it's a good thing we did that. So more focus. And then over there is the schooner bar. And down there guest services, and look, there's almost no line. So we're gonna go out the back. Remember, we walked down there. And it's going to be the boardwalk. So, we are here. Schooner bar, photo gallery, shore excursions, and out the boardwalk to the Aqua Theater. We were just right out there, remember? These are the elevators. This is the boardwalk. These are the horses made out of cedar that you don't want to climb. I mean, you want to climb them, but they say don't. In fact, this one here, it's calling out to me. So, hot dogs, complimentary. Skee ball, basketball, claw machines, not complimentary. I'm sure the carousel's complimentary. In here in Sugar Beach, you can get ice cream. But they're not open on port days. And it's $3, $4.50, and $5.75. Playmakers, that's the sports bar. And I'm gonna try to talk here a whole bunch. The kids shop, which I guess is kids' clothes, and I believe this is Johnny Rockets. And you can get breakfast here in the mornings for free, complimentary, we'll call it. Here's the breakfast menu. The ship's blowing its horn. These will cost you. Or you can get this menu. I think it's $17.69. So I don't know how much you get for $17.69. Probably a burger, fries, maybe a shake. So you get on that slide up there on deck 16, and you get off it right down here on deck 6. I think we're on. It's confusing. But there's the Aqua Theater. Remember, we came in right there. We looked at that rock climbing wall. This is what you face, right? Of course, it's 11:15 at night, and the show just let out. The water show, the aqua show. So we need to go up. 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 Oh, this is a playground. And these are balconies. So these are the boardwalk balconies, right? Today's hours for the carousel are 2 to 10. I don't know if that ever changes. A handy sign, Janet's pointing out. Janet pointed at a duck, and she thinks I have to climb to reach it, but I don't think I do.
I would see it the same way.
Duck hunt. Show them your prize.
A little ducky.
Sugar Beach. Oh, that's a giant bottle of mustard. Janet just pointed out that this is the different stages of creating one of these ponies. So this is the finished product right here. This is mostly painted. This one has no legs. And that one's just a square block. By the way, I didn't point out Zoltar, but there's Zoltar. So we're on deck 7. Just in time for an announcement.
Bravo, bravo,
And
bravo.
other than passenger cabins, there's nothing to do on deck 7. Of course, our cabin's on deck 7. Watch for the cabin tour.
DCC. Bravo, bravo.
We're going up to 8.
Bravo.
We're on deck 8 now, which is Central Park. Not Perk, Park. And there's a little lookout here so that you can look out. And of course, that sculpture. The music hall. And of course, they're playing music in the music hall. So this is a club, bar, lounge, whatever you want to call it. It does have a view of the boardwalk, but of course the band is there, so. And then it's got a balcony up there. So, if you want that, get on up there. So, we're on the port side now, going into Central Park. Central Park. And they're playing music pretty loud out here too. So, and these are live plants, real plants. In case it's raining in Central Park, they're gonna loan you an umbrella. Anyway, street signs. Of course, we're aft, not forward. Not sure what this is. But these are all live plants, and boy, those would be good duck hiding areas, huh? I mean, there's just so many places a duck could be. So this is the Chops Grill. The steakhouse. More umbrellas. I guess that's where you put your umbrella. Oh, that door is hard to open.
Good morning.
Well, hi. So, Chops Grill. I didn't see that person. That kind of surprised me. And it's not very big, but it's very good. So there's Chops Grill. And here's a door. Oh, that's interesting. And this is the Rising Tide. Oh, I think that bar goes up and down. See that? It's on pillars. This is up, and it can go down to there, I guess. We'll have to check that out later. Hey, the birds. The birds. And here's the trellis bar. Of course, most of the bars aren't going to be open today because we're in port. And there's the trellis. Let's walk through the trellis. And there's the hippo on a flower. And the dwarf umbrella tree. Doesn't really look like an umbrella though, does it? This nice little wood accents. And down there is, I believe, the Royal Promenade. Izumi, Asian inspired. You know, sushi and stuff. Park Cafe. You probably can't read that. More umbrellas. Hand washing station. And people lined up for the pool slide. Let's walk across here to see what the Park Cafe is all about. So if I'm not mistaken, the Park Cafe looks like it's complimentary. Of course, they don't want you to take it off the ship. But there's sandwiches. There's made-to-order stuff. Condiments. Even balsamic vinegar. That's right. Extra virgin olive oil. Half and half, whole milk, skim milk. Coffee. Ah, cool. Tea. That's the Park Cafe. Trash can. Another monkey. So can you see down there? So Central Park is a pretty nice area. Of course, here's the collection. Looks like jewelry or watches, right?
Pretty.
More Izumi. Here's another entrance to Izumi. We were down where that person in the green shirt is. So I'm going to try this button and walk in here. Oh, konnichiwa. So that's Central Park. And now we're all the way at the forward elevators, right? On deck 8. So we're here. Of course, the maps like make the deck you're on dark. It's just staterooms 9 through 12, and then 14 is the kids area and escape room, and then 15. So we're going to go up to 14 forward, right there. 9, and I'm just going to come out here and show you that on most of the decks there's these little overlooks and these elevators. Deck 9. I will say they've got some nice artwork in the stairs. If you take the elevators, you miss this. And if you like chameleons or flowers or even cockatoos or parrots, well, I'm just saying you should take the stairs. He's in elevator B. Or is it B flat? To deck 12 of aft in the back of the ship. To Giovanni's Italian Kitchen and Wine Bar. Of course, that's Central Park down there. And this is Giovanni's. And this is the menu for wine, bevande. So we'll just take a quick look in. And yeah, Daniel bought me this shirt. Thought I wasn't going to say it. So there's the boardwalk down there and more of Giovanni's. Hi, Giovanni's. I feel like I'm in Italy. And they look like they have Heineken on tap. So, not Peroni or something. But anyway, here's a menu. Go ahead and pause on that. And of course, this is an extra charge. So deck 12, Janet, Toucan, Hummingbird. No deck 13. So deck 14. Now this is where the kids area is. You belong here. Oh, well. Hey, you again. My name is Ms. Muffin. Arena, hangout. 6 months.
Maybe till 12:30, 10, 12, 12:30, yeah. I don't know. Put your shoes back on. This one's 6 to 12. Nice. She's like, I'm skipping.
AO is Adventure Ocean, which is the general term for the whole place. Adventure Ocean. And there's nobody in there right now, so I'm going to go ahead and record it. And there's nobody in here right now. This is called Play Place, and that's called the Workshop. And they've got a theater. Oh, 3 to 5 years old. And there are kids in there, so let's just briefly show that. Well, in the hangout, it's ours old. Muffin? Arena, 6 to 12. And there's the kids area. There's another one of those lookouts into Central Park. So not only is this Adventure Ocean, but it's also the Royal Escape Room. I think there's an extra charge of like $40 or $50. But it's right here. And if I turn that handle, it's locked. But there it is, right in front of the kids area. Let's go up. So we're up on deck 15, and we're gonna go out. And for your own safety, don't slip. So, this smells a lot like chlorine. And what we have here is spas with glass looking out. And I see what they mean about slipping. We come out there from the stairs into an adult area. And there's a hot tub there, spa, shower, lounge chairs. Of course, it's covered. Although it's hot and steamy in here. Hello. Towel checkout. Present your C-Pass card to the attendant. Take as many towels as you need. Thank you. Hey, there's the competition. GoPro, GoPro, GoPro!
Action, action!
So this is a restaurant at night. But, hi. But in the morning and afternoon, it's complimentary breakfast and lunch. But then at night, it becomes a restaurant and you pay for it. But right now, it's adults only for the pool area and the lounging area. And we are backed up to another ship. See that? So this is the Solarium. And I think the restaurant is called the Solarium Bistro. I guess you'd call that an infinity pool. And there is the Symphony of the Seas. And it's similar to this ship, although not quite as big. And there's Atlantis, the famed Atlantis. And they have restrooms down here and another pool that nobody wants to go in. And of course that's NASA, and you can see how many people are getting off this ship. Just out there where the spas and the solarium is, and this is the Solarium Bistro. So I was right. Breakfast till 10:30. It's about 10:20 now, and then lunch starts at noon. Like I say, complimentary breakfast and lunch. So we have some breakfast offerings. The buffet is in the other end of the ship. We're in the front, the buffet is in the back, on this same level. Bunch of food, sweets over there, coffee, drinks.
Hi, baby. What are you doing?
French toast, bacon, 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 sausage, sausage. Fruit. And uncrowded. Of course, it's kind of late. The Solarium Bistro is right there. And now we're going to walk towards the back of the ship through some watery areas. So, and musical areas. So that's the line for these water slides. They have 3 of these kind of slides anyway. They also have this, be careful walking. They have this kids area over here. Let's walk this way. Showers. Somebody's going to be coming down there any minute. This is the exit for 2 of the slides, and the other exit is over there where it's orange. But I don't see anyone coming. It's only a matter of time. Hey, here comes somebody. And somebody else. And they're drowning. Oh, it's an old man. So this is a water area, and I'm going to take a stroll through it. Really quick. And there's a crowd there for that water slide, but it's just a little water slide. Another water slide, that's the one I showed you with the little line there. Over there is a swimming pool, an actual pool. And lots of lounge chairs. So there's a good look at the water slides. Those cabanas rent for about $350 a day. That music is free, but that's lime and coconut. And it's all up there, and I think it's down here too, lime and coconut. And movies under the stars. So up here, there are pools on both sides and lounge chairs. And going up like a stadium, and all up through there. And that's Central Park down below. And of course now the music stops. So you got some in-pool loungers. Got one of these things. And it's the same on that side, right? Except I don't see one of these. this is deck 15, and we're gonna walk up to deck 16 to the lime and coconut bar. Although I think that's officially a lime and coconut bar also. I don't know. And up here, we can go either way and get you a better look. There's some whining noise. Hear that? Central Park in the middle. This is El Loco Fresh, so I'm guessing Mexican food. Look at that slide. It goes up and then down and out over the water on that one, those orange and green. So I found the ship's arcade. Go ahead. And it's bright in here. So lots of claw machines. And I believe you can win a PlayStation 5 if you're good enough. So this is like gambling for children, right? Bop it. It's not really very big. But it is the arcade. Let's finish out here. El Loco Fresh. Probably not open yet. Probably more of a lunch thing, although maybe they have breakfast in here. Burritos. Looks like they're already made. Quesadillas. Tacos, chips. Hey, desserts. Tres leches, dulce de leche. Fixins, another bar. And this is the mini golf we're at now. And of course, that's not really the entrance to it, but that's the way I went. So, mini golf. Found my way out. Hey, look at that one. You got to get it up around the tail of the whale and through the shells. See down there? Probably not. Now do you see down there? That's the boardwalk down there, I think. Let's see if there's a carousel there. So that's the boardwalk down there, and the balcony cabins, and that's the buffet all the way around underneath us. We're going to go in there in just a moment. But here's another kids slide and kids play area. And this slide was closed yesterday and it's closed again today. So I don't know what the deal is here. If it's broken or they just don't open it when they're in port. You can see these climbing things and standing things. And that's the Abyss. That's the slide. And this is shave ice. The small is $6, the large is $9, and an alcoholic one is $14. And look, little soccer tables. Oh, he scored. And this is the Flow Rida. And I think that guy's going on for the first time. And believe me, I know from experience you don't want to hang off the back of that board like that, because that is just torture on your, well, you know. Let's take a walk up here. Monkey, monkey, monkey. But look in it. There you go. All right. Basketball, pickleball. I guess it changes periodically because they've got the hoops. I did see soccer goals in there earlier. Here's the soccer goals. Ping pong. 3 tables here. We did see other tables along the journey. It says I cannot go in there. Social 100 exclusively for ages 13 to 17. And I guess it's just a lounge bar. I tried to get in that door, that wouldn't let me. Look at these. Do those have like USB ports on them? Huh. Oh, the teen area. Oh, wow. Coloring, jigsaw puzzle. All right, Janet's in heaven. I have some books, some sort of bean bags. They're really flat. Apparently, these bean bags are faced to the TV, and maybe there's video games. That's what Janet thinks. I think this is a foosball table, though. I wonder if we're both right. And it looks like.
Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter.
Is that going to play now?
I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. And TV. Let's go down. We're on 16. We're going to go down to 15. On 15. Very noisy here. Of course, the pool is right out there, right? And the buffet is right in here. So, and the dancers are right there. A lot of hand washing stations on both sides. Thirst quencher bar. And I think they're probably getting ready to gear up for lunch, because it's almost lunchtime. But it's still a little bit of breakfast. Hi.
Sir, we are still open for the breakfast on the
Okay. So it goes all the way to the back there, and then it goes all the way over here. And he told me that it's open over here. So if you want some salmon, it's the same food as it was in the front of the ship, right? Here's some omelets. I'm going to take a banana. So even though it's 10:39, this place is really crowded. Grapefruit, other fruit, pastries, more fruit. Here's one of those coffee things again. Coffee and milk and everything. Here's your bacon and sausage and cheesy rolls. They call them biscuits. There's another one right there in the middle. So there's several stations of everything. Here's more salmon. Not a lot of seating. I mean, I guess that's a lot. Of course, you could take it outside. And it's like this on both sides. Look, it's washy-washy. Right there, washy-washy. In case you'd think they didn't have one. Windjammer buffet. There's a mason jar. And it's southern food with a band. And rockers. And another ship. and music playing loud. But and it's a big place, right? So if you want to get a taste of Southern food, maybe the mason jar. Of course, it costs more. It has a fee. Now, I'm not sure what this is. Oh, selling drink packages. So somewhere out here, oh, by the way, the buffet is called the Windjammer Marketplace. We're in the pools in the back on the other side. We walked along there. I just want you to see these. And they're like painted white. See the one over there? So they're not like filthy dirty. They're just that color. And now we're doing an emergency drill again. And here's where the free ice cream, or complimentary soft serve, is. And there is a line for it. And here's a bar, and here's where you get towels. We're on the other side of the kids' water park now. There's, of course, the water slides. And that's the end of the line, right down there by that blue. So it spins up and up and up and up. And I guess it's the line for all three slides. So maybe you just tell them which one you want when you're up there. We're up on deck 16, forward, and here's Hooked Seafood. Another one of the specialty restaurants. And of course they're closed right now. I think they open for lunch though. So if you want to eat here, we're getting the noise from down below, right? In the bistro, the Solarium bistro. There is a little corner on each side, outside this restaurant, of lounge chairs, away from the hustle and bustle. See the green chairs over there? I'm gonna walk over here. I mean, it looks like there's only one person out here, doesn't it? Oh, and then you get the hustle and bustle. Well, that's our tour of Utopia of the Seas. It's a very nice ship. It's really crowded and really loud. So if you don't want that, of course we're used to Princess mostly, and all in America. So, but we knew coming in it was going to be big, crowded, and loud.
But also remember, we're in a port right now, so 3/4 of the ship are on land.
Right. So you're seeing the ship sort of empty, maybe. It is currently Royal Caribbean's newest ship, and it's their second largest. But they're going to launch Star of the Seas in a few months, and then this will move to third largest and won't be the newest ship anymore. But it's super nice, it's pretty, the food is good.
So far.
So far.
There's been some misses.
I mean, we've only eaten lunch, dinner, and breakfast. And breakfast wasn't great. I will say that.
The service was good.
Yeah, service is great. But, you know, cruise ships is always great.
Breakfast lacked. And
Yeah.
we ate in the dining room for breakfast, not in the buffet.
So, from the Utopia of the Seas,
I'm Janet,
and I'm Gareth.
and we'll see you in the next port. Bye.
Better lighting. Bye.